Cool. Do you guys have any, as you were doing research and things like that for boot camps, do you have any advice for somebody who's kind of in that stage? Like, what should they look for? Where should they go to like get information?
Yeah, I can speak to that one quite a bit. My search in a boot camp was pretty quick. When I first, you Google it, right? You Google boot camps in the area. Oh, wow, great. So you're going to get a couple different results out there, but how do you like figure out which one's the right one? Honestly, and I've told some people this, and I think the best way you can do it is to search Reddit. Actually, I went on Reddit
Oh,
because
yeah.
I found people giving honest reviews on this. Like some people were on there and they were saying, yes, I went to this other one, right? This other extension program, and they felt like they didn't get much out of it. It'd been several months since they left it and they still didn't have a job, what have you, or they felt like they just weren't getting much out of their training in it. And then in the same breath, they would actually talk about Learn Academy. That's actually how I found out about Learn Academy in the first place. And they said, yeah, my buddy went to Learn Academy. They had a great job. In fact, they got hired before they even graduated. They felt like they really learned something. Like it's just, that's the best way in my opinion to do it, because you start getting more peer reviews and less formal kind of a review necessarily like you'd find on like say Google, or Yelp and what have you.
Right.
And that's what got me there. So that would be like my one tip.
That's awesome. I have heard of a few students using Reddit. I think that, yeah, I think what's interesting is that all of us that are running the boot camps, we of course are biased. Like we all think our boot camp is the best. That's the why we're doing it. And so I think the more that you can get in touch with like people that went through it and are honest and can tell you about their experience is the best. That's awesome. Great tip. Andy, Chi, do you have anything to add? Oh, sorry, Rudy, Chi.
I think as well, you really need to also gauge your boot camp's engagement in the community. Learn is very much seen as a central, focal part of the San Diego kind of startup, San Diego tech community with the meetups that they run. Just the sheer location of being in downtown San Diego next to Petco Park. And they're just really just very well embedded in the community as opposed to kind of some satellite boot camp school that may or may not host something, once every 6 months. Truly, Learn is fully embedded in the community, has an incredible online presence, and that gives you, of course, a lot of faith and knowledge that you're entering a very healthy and fruitful and productive community for sure.
And me personally, like looking into like when I did my research, I obviously looked for the area, but then like I went into a lot of different websites of each one. Going into each one, it's just like, who's more real? Kind of like you look for it, and like Learn Academy seemed like those people that were just real to you. I actually did like a test reach out to there was like 5 different boot camps that I looked into that I was like, okay, this might be it. So I'd reach out to someone on there and like, which one was easier to find a, hey, reach me kind of button. And I remember Learn, it like stuck out to me because it like popped up little Hillary message in the corner, like pops up. It's like, hi, like if you need anything, like message me here. And then sure did. And then within a really short amount of time, Hillary messaged back and I was just like, oh, that was quick. I thought it'd be like a spam mail that like they get and just maybe they'll get to it eventually within the week. Right. So that was really cool to see.
My favorite part is when people like then meet Hillary, like she really is answering those like messages.
It's like, oh, you're not a robot.
Right. My favorite is every once in a while she'll get like a relative or somebody that will like reach out to her. Or my favorite was when we first launched the little asking bot that like students that were in the class like 2 doors down from her would like reach out and be like, how's your day going?
That's great.
It's great.
Yeah, so for sure. Yeah, I think that the only thing, like the thing I would add is the other place to reach out to alumni is on LinkedIn. Like we've had a lot of students that, find the alumni, go ask them questions, it's away from the organization. That's for any boot camp, any school you're researching, like is a good way to like get real responses from people about
Absolutely.
their
I agree.
experiences.
Yeah, if I could follow up with one more thing too, if you don't
Yeah.
mind. One of the things that made me choose Learn Academy as well was I did contact some of the other boot camps, and it felt like I was walking into a used car sales lot every time. And Learn Academy was the only one that was just like, hey, you actually like coding? Do you want to do this? Like, that's cool. Tell me a little bit why you want to be a coder versus like, oh yeah, come on. Yeah, you want to be a coder. Let's just do it. Let's go for it. Like Learn Academy was trying to make sure that I was a good fit for it to begin with. And on top of that, making sure that I'd have a good experience while doing it, that I'd get something out of it. So that spoke volumes to me in comparison to the other boot camps that were out there. Definitely.
Cool. That's